Please swear in the witness.
Sullivan, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Hearing officer, before I begin the questioning, did you get the most recent S8 with all of its pages that we uploaded yesterday?
Yeah, I see that there was a new version uploaded yesterday, and I have that.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Dr. Sullivan, can you turn to S8, School District Exhibit 8?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear which exhibit. There's some background noise here where I am.
It's understandable, sir. School District Exhibit S8.
Thank you.
I don't have anything.
That's okay, Dr. Sullivan. I will project the exhibits, and let me do that now.
Thank you, hearing officer.
I am now projecting exhibit S8.
There it is.
Are you able to see that?
Yes, yeah.
Dr. Sullivan, do you know what this document is?
Yes, this is my evaluation report for Tommy from December of 2018.
Did you conduct any assessments as part of this evaluation?
I did. Based on the referral, I did the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for Children, the WISC, and the Wechsler Individual Achievement Test, the WIAT, and there were also social and emotional behavioral rating scales as part of the evaluation.
Thank you, Doctor. Were any of these tests administered under standardized condition?
Yes, they all were. Yes.
Doctor, you described some off-task behaviors when you observed the student during your testing. How did those behaviors impact your results, if at all, in your professional opinion?
Well, they did not affect the results. There might have been some redirection, some prompting, but nothing that really was out of the ordinary with a child of Tommy's age. We were able to complete everything, and the results are valid.
Doctor, I'm going to direct your attention to page 7 of this document.
Now displaying page 7.
And specifically the Asperger's disorder scales. What did the mother's rating scales indicate?
Well,
You have an objection.
Objection.
What's the objection, counsel?
Objection.
What's the objection, counsel?
The document speaks for itself. We can all see it. We can all read it and see what it says.
Hearing officer, this is a foundational question for the next question that's coming up.
Okay, the objection's overruled, and you can answer the question.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. What did the mother's rating scales show?
Right. Let me see. I need to go back. It's earlier in the report, maybe page 3, 4. It's back earlier.
Certainly. I'm now displaying page 4. Is this what you need?
Yes. Yes. Can I read this?
Sure. Take
Certainly.
your time. Let me know when you're done, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. We can go back.
Let's go back to page 7, hearing officer. Thank you. After looking at page 4, did that refresh your recollection about what the mother's ratings showed?
Yes. Her ratings were consistently non-problematic. Her rating scales showed no elevation or certainly no clinical significance. There was nothing there that would suggest either Asperger's syndrome or really even anything on the spectrum.
How did those results compare to other input from the parents?
They were consistent with what mom was relating. all of the parental input matched up with what we were seeing through that assessment. There was nothing that was an outlier or like I say, problematic.
What eligibility conclusions, if any, were you able to reach as a result of completing this assessment?
Well, we identified Tommy as needing special education services. He did qualify. I recommended that he be identified as a student with an SLD, specific learning disability, specifically in oral expression. And you know, parents didn't agree. They didn't see it that way. They clearly felt that he was on the spectrum, and it was something that was really the focus of the meeting for a very long time.
Dr. Sullivan, did you conduct a formal observation?
No, I did not. I had teacher observations, and I was able to observe him in the testing, but I did not go to the classroom.
And would you agree with me that the information from the teacher observations is very brief?
Yes, I would agree with that.
What did you conclude from the mother's completion of the social, emotional, and behavioral checklists?
Well, it was clear that Tommy exhibited symptomology related to ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, diagnostic criteria for ADHD. Those markers were there in her in her ratings.
Okay, and you wrote in the evaluation report that the other rating scale you used for ADHD and ODD could be completed by other raters, such as teachers. Did you ask any of Tommy's teachers to fill out that scale?
No, I did not.
Why not? Would it have been possible to ask any of Tommy's teachers to fill out the scale?
Objection, hearing officer. Compound question.
What is the... Counsel?
I can break it down.
Go ahead.
You mentioned that this rating scale could also be filled out by teachers. Why didn't you do that?
Well, it wasn't necessary, really. I mean, all of the information that I had gathered, didn't.
Hold on just a moment.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said after all the other information. Could you please repeat that?
All of the information that I gathered. I didn't need it because of all the information that I had gathered before.
Thank you.
Sorry, everyone.
It's not a problem. Just a friendly reminder to keep your voice up. The court reporter will let us know if he can't hear, so we need to turn our attention to the court reporter when we see him turn on his webcam. But that's fine.
Sorry.
Go ahead, counsel.
Okay. Hearing officer, could we please look at P6?
Certainly. I'm now displaying P6.
Thank you. Dr. Sullivan, do you know what this is?
Yes, this is the criteria sheet that we send out to parents when they request an independent evaluation.
Did you provide this document to Mrs. Jones?
I didn't hear the first part of that. Could you repeat the question, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Did you provide this document to Mrs. Jones?
No, I wouldn't do that. That would be the case manager. Maybe someone from special education would provide this, but No, she didn't ask for an IEE, as I understand it. So no, I didn't.
Is this document always provided to a parent when they ask for an IEE at public expense?
Yes, sure. Yeah, this is what is sent out when a parent asks for an IEE. So yeah, that's district policy.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, this is Tommy's mother. I unmuted myself to let you know that I need to give some medication to one of my children.
Certainly. Let's go off the record and take a short break.
Good afternoon, Ms. Stone. What is your role in the district?
I am the school social worker at the upper level elementary school.
And what are the responsibilities of a social worker at the upper level elementary school?
My role is very broad. I'm responsible for student attendance, for the safety and welfare of our students. I coordinate homebound instruction services when those are needed, and I am also a member of the Student Assistance Program team. And then I do provide counseling services to individual students and groups of students. And those are the basics.
Do you have any role in the development of positive behavior support plans?
Yes, I do oversee the school-wide positive behavior support plan at the upper elementary school, and I can also be involved in individual plans if necessary.
Do you know Tommy?
I do.
How do you know Tommy?
Well, he and I,
Stone, do you need us to take a short break?
no, I don't think so. I heard something downstairs, but I think it's fine to continue.
Okay.
When we heard those odd noises, you were starting to explain us how you know Tommy. Can you go back and tell us how you know Tommy?
Yes, thank you. Last school year, we met on several occasions throughout the school year.
You said you were involved in school-wide positive behavior support system. Could you describe for us, please, the one at the upper elementary school?
Sure. We have a positive social culture in the building, and positive behavior is taught to all of our students with a lot of reinforcement and on an ongoing basis. We also have rules that we review with the students over and over again, and we post them throughout the building so that everyone is aware of what the expectations are.
Okay, so what happens if a student doesn't behave properly? For example, what would occur if a student were to disobey and fail to comply with a school rule?
All of our staff are trained to respond consistently when a student exhibits problematic behavior. They are children, of course, so it does happen.
And is there any more intensive support available if they need it?
Yes, we have 3 tiers. The second tier is a little more intensive than the first, which all students are exposed to. And then we have a third tier that is much more even intensive than the second tier. And then some students also have individual plans.
And when you met with Tommy those few times last school year, what did you talk about?
We talked about a lot of things. He and I had a great rapport. I remember one time in the fall.
I can't find, oh, sorry, but I can't find.
Off the record. Let's take a short recess so that Ms. Stone can handle that situation, and then we'll come back on. Ms. Stone, you're still under oath. Can you confirm that you are back in a secure location so that we can resume your testimony?
Yes, and thank you for the break. I'm very sorry about that.
No, we all need to be flexible. As I said at the beginning of the hearing, we will take breaks throughout the day, and everyone should let me know if we need to take another. Would you also please confirm, ma'am, that you did not discuss this case or your testimony with anyone during the break?
I did not.
Thank you. Counsel, go ahead and re-ask that last question, please.
Could we have the court reporter read back the last question, please?
When you saw Tommy those few times last year, what did you talk about?
Yes, as I was saying, he and I had a very good rapport when we met.